It is time for us to speak out, to resist, and to protect those freedoms that we hold dear, that I myself raised my hand and said I will protect and defend. The time for complacency is done. The time for action is right now. I swore my oath to support and defend the Constitution of the United States of America against all enemies, foreign and domestic. All right, witchlings. Gather around the cauldron. It's Di, your favorite yoga witch, and let me tell you, the cosmic energies are not in alignment today. I am seeing red, and it ain't the good kind. Let's be real. Do no harm but take no shit is my mantra this week because the VA is severely testing my patience and my ability to not turn someone into a newt. Namaste, and let's get into it. You know, ahimsa, nonviolence. It's the first yama, correct? Correct. But let's be real. Some days, I just want to hex the whole damn system. And trust me, orange is not my color, so prison is not on my to-do list. Let's just say that. All right, so here's the tea. My sister-in-law, one of my absolute favorite people in the world, right? She worked for the VA, did claims, judge, jury, and executioner on whether a vet got what they deserved. Guess what? Laid off. Just like that. Because apparently, processing a veteran's needs isn't efficient enough. Hey, Raven. And do not even get me started on the community care program. Oh my good goddess. On paper, it sounds amazing. Get veterans seen by local doctors, right? Right? Wrong. The reality of it is community providers are absolutely running for the hills. Why? Because trying to get paid by the VA is like trying to catch a greased eel in a freaking hurricane. It's like trying to pay your bills with fairy dust. Really pretty, but ultimately, yeah, it don't work. They are telling us we're streamlining the process, but that is honestly just bureaucratic bullshit. But wait, there's more. Apparently, DOGE, the Department of Governmental Efficiency, is on a contract killing spree. Sterility certification for VA hospital pharmacies? Gone. Air quality and safety testing to prevent infections? Gone. Sterile processing services to decontaminate equipment? Up in smoke. Certifications for stroke centers? Yeah, we don't need those either, apparently. Follow-up care for cancer patients? Nope, it's gone too. They are even cutting contracts for the National Center for PTSD, the world's leading research center on PTSD. And a tech upgrade for the VHA's electronic health services or health records? Yeah, it's gone too. They're getting rid of nuclear med, you know, CTs, MRIs, all of that good shit. Yep, nope, they're gone too. But here is the abso-fucking-loot worst part. The Veterans Crisis Line. You know, the lifeline for veterans who are at their absolute breaking point. The people who actually talk veterans out of taking their own lives. Yeah, they're getting let go too. Cutbacks, efficiency, DOGE, the Department of Governmental Efficiency. Yeah, more like the Department of Gross Evil. They are causing so much more harm than good right now. They are cutting corners on healthcare, on safety, on fucking mental health. It is an absolute disgrace. Okay, so y'all know I am a service-connected disabled veteran. I use the VA. I know the system. I know the struggle intimately. And I am telling you, it is definitely broken. But we're talking about lives here, people. Real, genuine lives. People, flesh and blood. We're not numbers on a spreadsheet. We are not efficiency reports. So, what can we do? Start by educating yourself. You're going to ask, how do I educate myself? Well, read articles and books, watch documentaries, attend those town hall meetings or online forums that you see pop up. Follow the social media accounts of reputable veterans organizations. Some reliable sources that you can look at to do some of this reading. Start with va.gov, va.gov, the official Department of Veterans Affairs website. I hang out there a lot. It provides information on benefits, healthcare, and current initiatives. Next, you want to look at government publications. Look for reports and studies from government agencies regarding veterans healthcare. Simple, right? Follow reputable news outlets. Reputable. How the fluff am I not pronouncing that word right? Follow reputable news outlets. Don't rely on Fox. For God's sake, don't rely on Fox. And as much as I hate to say it, don't rely on MSNBC either. CNN is decent, but you want to look for the independent news outlets like Midas Touch, Politics Girl. There's a couple of others that we follow here that are rather trustworthy. Academic research. Look up university studies and research papers that provide valuable insights into the challenges we veterans face. And then look at some of the specific issues, like dive into the details of the VA's community care program, and so you can understand its intended purpose and the reasons for its shortcomings. Then research the impact of legislation like the PACT Act. Jon Stewart did not do this just for shits and giggles, I promise you. And then learn about the challenges faced by VA employees, such as claims processors and crisis line workers. They are getting cut left, right, and sideways. Then, once you've gathered all of your knowledge and all of your information, call your representatives and tell them what you think of what's going on. And then support your VSOs, Veteran Service Organizations. And I know you're going to say, well, how do we do that? Here are some types of support. You can financially donate. Many VSOs rely on donations to fund their programs and advocacy efforts. That is what the American Legion's poppies are all about. Volunteer work. VSOs often need volunteers for various tasks such as driving veterans to appointments, assisting with administrative work, and helping with fundraising events. Advocacy. You can participate in some VSO advocacy efforts by contacting your elected officials. See, we're popping that one up again. Sign petitions. Start a petition. And raise awareness on social media. I know we all bitch about Facebook and Instagram and all of the other social media sites being a cesspool, but they are right now one of the most common ways of getting information out into the world. Okay? Now, I bet you're going to ask, well, what are some VSOs I can get involved with? Totally glad you asked that question. First of all, let's start with the American Legion. They focus on advocacy and community support for veterans. This is the org that I myself used to belong to, as I grew up with it, with my daddy being very, very active with them. I was a poppy girl when I was a child, and as an adult, I joined the Legion as a member. The VFW, Veterans of Foreign Wars, they provide support and advocacy for veterans who have served overseas. They are also hands down the best VSO for a vet to use when processing a VA claim or doing a VA claim. They've got the knowledge, they're the best. Then you've got the DAV, the Disabled American Veterans. They advocate for the rights of disabled vets, like me. One of these days, I will get my membership there. Then we have the Wounded Warrior Project. They support veterans who have been injured in service. However, little caveat there, if memory serves, I believe the Wounded Warrior Project only worked with post 9/11 vets. But I digress. Now, how do you find your local chapter of a VSO to help out? Most VSOs have local chapters. Search online or contact the national organization to find a chapter near you. And most importantly, reach out to the veterans in your community and let them know they're not alone. Some ways you can reach out. Well, practical assistance. Offer practical assistance like help with tasks such as grocery shopping, yard work, or transportation. Provide companionship. Go visit a veteran who might be isolated or lonely. Adopt a grandparent, Show your appreciation. For many veterans, simply expressing your gratitude for their service can make a world of difference. And then some of the other things you can do to help. Know the resources. Familiarize yourself with your local resources available to vets, such as your local VA facilities, the hospital, the vet center, the outreach centers. Know where your local community center is, because community centers often have free or low-cost programs for people who don't get out much. Mental health services. Make sure that you know where to send someone who needs mental health assistance. And then some mental health awareness. Learn about PTSD and other mental health conditions that veterans fight. Understand the challenges veterans may be facing. I myself live with PTSD from my service. Be a good listener. Create a safe space for vets to share their experiences. Most of us, have the funny stories of things like being on shore leave in Australia and asking a cab driver to take you and your buddy to a good steakhouse and not realizing that you got dropped off at a gay steakhouse until after you'd ordered and you're looking at the decor and the plates and seeing nude men in various positions around the edge of your plate. Yep. True story, happened to my ex-husband and his best friend. Or you're doing swim quals by jumping off the deck of the ship into the water, not realizing there's a school of jellyfish right there that you are going to land in. Again, true story, I know the person it happened to. And there are other stories that are not so fun, such as being the quarterdeck watch and sending a young sailor back to their barracks room because they were late. And, this is a fitting punishment, only to have their ex knock on the door to their barracks room a couple of hours later and pew pew bye-bye to sailor and roommate. Also a true story from someone I know. Those are the stories that we need to listen to and hold space for, because those are the ones that linger. And with stories like that one, encourage them seeking help. If you suspect a veteran is struggling, encourage them to seek professional help. Offer to go with them and hold their hand until they go into the office, And then promote the Veterans Crisis Line for as long as we still have it. Ensure that veterans know about the Veterans Crisis Line. Participate in some local events. Attend events that honor veterans. All of the schools in my local school district have Veterans Day assemblies, and they work together so that none of the local vets have to choose between their schools. It's pretty awesome. And then support veteran-owned businesses. Patronize businesses owned by veterans. Patronize, not patronize. Patronize. Now, remember, my witchlings, ahimsa, non-violence. That doesn't mean we stay silent, though. We use our voices, our energy, our magic to fight for what is right here. We channel our anger into action. We do no harm, but we take no shit. Even in the face of overwhelming frustration, we can still find our center. We can still channel our energy into positive action. And maybe, just maybe, we can make a difference. Namaste, my friends, and let's go make some damn changes.